There was once a Britain powered not by algorithms, machines, or automated systems, but by people, by hands that delivered milk before sunrise, by conductors who walked the length of every bus, by men who lit the lamps each evening, by women who connected every phone call, by tradesmen whose skills shaped the rhythm of daily life. These jobs didn't just fill time, they filled communities with identity, personality, and connection. But over the decades, they vanished, some slowly, some suddenly, some replaced by technology, others by changing lifestyles, and many simply faded away as the world modernized. Today, we remember the lost British jobs we'll never see again. Jobs that built a nation, shaped generations, and defined a way of life. Chapter 1. The Milkman. Few sounds are as deeply tied to Britain's past as the soft clinking of glass bottles at dawn. The milkman wasn't just a delivery worker. He was a familiar presence, a peaceful start to the day, a constant in the early hours. People trusted him with the doorstep, the payments, the empties, and even the quiet secrets of the street he moved through. Villagers like a guardian of the morning. But as supermarkets emerged and convenience took over, the milk round, once essential, slowly disappeared. A ritual lost, a role forgotten, a relationship replaced by aisles and plastic cartons. Chapter 2. The coalmen. Before central heating, warmth arrived by horse cart or truck, delivered by the coalmen. These were some of the toughest workers in Britain, hauling heavy sacks, climbing narrow steps, entering dark sheds, wiping coal dust from their faces as families thanked them for bringing heat. He was the difference between a freezing night and a warm one. But with gas lines, radiators, and modern boilers, the coalman's world fell quiet. The sheds emptied, the routes ended, the black dust settled for good. Their strength lives on only in stories and memories. Chapter 3. The telephone operator. Before phones connected automatically, every call required a human voice. Number, please. The telephone operator, usually a woman, connected households, businesses, police stations, and families across towns. She knew the rhythm of a community through its calls. She solved problems. She routed emergencies. She brought people together. Operators were the human switchboard of Britain. But as automatic exchanges arrived, their entire world vanished overnight. The wires fell silent. The voices disappeared. And the profession became a relic of a slower, more personal age of communication. Chapter 4. The lamplighter before electricity illuminated Britain's nights. The lamplighter walked from street to street, holding a long pole tipped with flame. He lit every lamp at dusk, and extinguished them at dawn. People recognized him, greeted him, even timed their evening routines around the glow of his passing. He brought light to the darkness, literally. But electricity arrived, and with it automation. One switch replaced entire teams, and with the flip of that switch, the lamplighter disappeared from Britain forever. Chapter 5. The paperboy, or paper girl, wasn't just delivering news. They were delivering a ritual. Families waited for the thump of the newspaper on the doorstep. Dogs barked as footsteps approached. Children on bikes wove through morning traffic with bags twice their size. It was a first job for thousands, teaching responsibility, routine, and resilience against the cold British air. But as digital news spread and print began to fade, the morning paper route slowly died out. A childhood rite of passage vanished. Chapter 6. The Bus Conductor. Before driver-only buses, there was the conductor, with a ticket machine on a strap, a whistle, and a smile. He greeted every passenger. He settled disputes. He helped elderly people into seats. He kept children in line. He chatted as the bus rattled through town. The conductor wasn't just staff, he was the personality of the bus. But efficiency demanded cuts. Machines replaced conversations, and the last conductors stepped off the platform. The buses kept moving, but something human was lost. Chapter 7. The factory hand factories once roared with British manufacturing. Steel, textiles, shoes, carpets, ships, radios, cars. Inside these walls were workers with lifetimes of skill. They weren't just employees, they were craftsmen of industrial Britain. Their hands built the everyday world. But as industries declined, doors closed. Machines replaced manual work, shores moved production abroad, and communities that revolved around factories saw an entire way of life disappear. Chapter 8. The Grocer and the Greengrocer. Before supermarkets dominated every town, people shopped from specialists. The butcher, the greengrocer, the fishmonger, the baker, the cheesemonger. Shops were small, friendly, personal. The grocer knew which apples you liked, how many potatoes you needed for Sunday, and when your children's birthdays were. You didn't scan items yourself. You didn't pack your own bags. You didn't stand under harsh fluorescent lighting. You chatted, but the rise of supermarkets ended this world quickly and brutally. Thousands of beloved shops closed, and with them, centuries of personal service. Chapter 9. The ticket inspector and the station porter. Rail travel once relied heavily on people, not machines. Ticket inspectors walked carriages, checking fares manually. Porters carried luggage, guided passengers, and helped families traveling with children. They brought order, safety, and politeness to crowded platforms. Today, barriers, scanners, and automation do their jobs. But none of these machines can greet you, help you, or reassure you with a smile. The railway is still here, but the people who shaped its character are not. Chapter 1. Oh, why? These jobs matter. These jobs didn't vanish quietly. They took pieces of British identity with them, because they weren't just roles. They were human contact, daily rituals, neighbourhood connections, voices and faces people trusted, memories children grew up with, symbols of a Britain built on community. Technology made life easier, but not always richer. Modern Britain is faster, cleaner, more efficient, but sometimes colder. The lost jobs remind us of a world where the pace was slower, the people were closer, and the work, no matter how simple, carried heart. Conclusion. A Britain to remember. We honor these jobs not because they were perfect, but because they were meaningful. They built connections, they shaped communities, they filled everyday life with familiar faces. And though they are gone, their stories remain, waiting in memories, photographs, and the hearts of those who lived through them. This is the Britain of hard work, early mornings, cold hands, warm smiles, and jobs we will never see again. But we can remember them, and in remembering, we keep them alive. Britain Remembered. Thank you for watching Britain Remembered. If you have memories of these jobs, Share them in the comments below. Your stories are part of our history. Subscribe to keep Britain's past alive, one memory at a time.